Kat and Iniba, and thank you so much for tuning into Halo Halo, the show that aims to spotlight our very own talent. And joining us today is the creator and star of an online comedy series, Almost Asian. Meet Katie Malia. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Now, first, before we talk about Almost Asian, I know you started out as an actress and writer.
Yes.
And
well,
comedian?
Comedian now. Now I'm doing stand-up. It's evolved into that, which is something I've always wanted to do. That and cut my hair, which I just recently did.
Nice.
I started out dancing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I moved to New York after high school, and I did a lot of TV shows and commercials and movies, and then moved back here, which I'm originally from.
Right.
And did that, the commercial world, did a lot of commercials. You've definitely seen me. I've done a lot of those, and TV shows, and now evolved into creating my own series.
Yeah. Now, what made you decide to create your own series?
Well, I really wanted to express my struggles and what I was going through in being a mixed ethnic identity. And, you know, it wasn't anything that I was like struggling with. It was difficult, but it was something that was a conversation and I was seeing trending. So there's this word ethnically ambiguous that you hear a lot throughout Hollywood, right? Oh, yeah. And I never really, it wasn't really something that I didn't think about until I heard that word. It wasn't something growing up that I heard a lot. And it wasn't until I started auditioning and working that I heard this word and I'm like, wow, I really, that is what I am, and how can I explore this conversation?
How did it make you feel? Was it a positive, negative?
Well, it was positive because I was working all the time. They said, we need the mixed ethnically ambiguous girl. And I went, that's me. And I worked a lot, and I still continue to work. But when you transition into theatrical, it gets a little bit more specific. In telling the story, you need a full Asian if you're doing a historical piece or fresh off the boat. And so now it's actually a little bit more difficult. So rather than dwelling on those difficulties, I said, you know what, I'm gonna create my own series and tell my story.
Right. And I actually saw several of your episodes, and one of them was where you had to audition and you were trying to be more Asian. So did that really happen, or it's kind of like an exaggeration?
It's definitely happened, not to that extent. I definitely heightened my series and the punchlines, but that definitely has happened. You know, I auditioned, I'll never forget, I was auditioning to be a dancer for a really big singer, and the choreographer had us split into ethnic groups, that happens all the time. And he said, you know, I want the African American girls here, the Caucasian girls here, and the Hispanic girls here. And I sort of raised my hand and I said, well, I'm half, and there isn't an Asian group. Where do I go? This is so embarrassing. And he sort of brushed it aside and said, you know what? It doesn't, just go with Hispanic girls. And so, it became something that I was more conscious about. So that didn't happen. I didn't actually have to become more Asian, but I felt this need to fit somewhere. And that's what I like about your series, because you tackle certain topics, you know, like self-identity. Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit more about the other episodes that we can see in season 1.
Oh, great. So I have the most recent one featuring Saturday Night Live alum Horatio Sands, who is a friend of mine. And that one is about, it's a karaoke setting, and it's, I've had this experience going to Tokyo.
Oh, you have? You are half Japanese.
I am half Japanese, yes.
Do you speak Japanese?
I speak enough. It wasn't encouraged in my family. Yeah, because my family wanted to assimilate and become more Americanized to be accepted. And now that there's a large population of Asian Americans, especially on the West Coast, which is where I'm from, it's encouraged. But it wasn't encouraged at the time. So my mom doesn't speak any.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but you were talking about the karaoke
the karaoke
episode.
So I don't want to give it away, but I'm in a setting where I'm singing and it doesn't go so well. And my friend, who is Horatio, who's wonderful and so wonderfully talented, gets up and sings, and there's a little bit of a twist.
Yes, I did see it. You guys definitely have to check it out. Now, do you write it all on your own? Oh, you do?
I do.
And it's not improvised or anything? I always wonder about that, because some of it, oh my gosh. It looks so natural.
Well, when you have someone who's so talented with improv, like Horatio and me, but somebody who comes from the Second City background and is one of the founders of UCB and is in that world. Absolutely, I'll let them improv. But for the most part, we stick to the script. I'm a one-woman show, and we have to keep a tight schedule.
Yeah, and then you have a couple more episodes for season 1.
Yes.
I know you're gearing up for season 2. Tell me what we can look forward to.
Well, season 1 is really more about the struggling to fit in, and I want season 2 to be more of a celebration. So I think there needs to be a balance of not just the negative, but the positive, even though it's not negative, but I wanted to celebrate the mixed ethnic identities. So that's what we can see in season 2.
So have you started writing it or thinking about ideas?
No, right now I'm just focused on finishing season 1. So I'm releasing 2 more episodes fairly soon.
Nice.
Yes, that are featuring wonderful Asian American actresses.
I love that. I'm all about supporting our community.
Me too.
And telling our story, which is exactly what you're doing with your series. Now, for people that want to watch it, it's free. All we have to do is go to which site?
It's almostasian.com, and that's it. And it's linked to YouTube as well.
Okay.
And there are some episodes on Funny or Die.
Yeah, you have. I wanted to talk about that because you've had videos on Funny or Die too, your own original videos.
Yes, I have.
How'd that come about?
I did one. I did a satire about kale.
Kale.
And the people at Funny or Die noticed it, and they put it on the homepage. And also, it's a small community of comedians, and so I've befriended a lot of people at Funny or Die who featured my videos, and my most recent one featuring Horatio is on the homepage.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Gotta check that out as well. Again, for more on your show, all we have to do is go to almostasian.com.
That's it.
Thank you so much, Katie.
Thank you so much for having me, Kat.
I'm looking forward to seeing season 2.
Yes, me too.
Again, for more information on Katie's series, Almost Asian, make sure to check out her website, which is almostasian.com, and you can catch all of season 1 on that webpage. Time for a quick break, but don't go anywhere because we have more entertainment news when we return.